We can go now to Beirut. Our correspondent Layla Molana-Allen is there. And Layla, are we any closer to getting the final results from this election?
Yes, we are. Just a couple of minutes ago, the Interior Minister started to announce the results. And we've got the results now from all 14 out of 15 districts. In the northern Accra, they are still counting. We're going to get those in a few hours. But people have been waiting so long, they decided to start announcing anyway. So it's looking fairly similar to what we thought. Prime Minister Saad Hariri's Future Movement Party, 21, as he said earlier, 21 seats there. Then we've got Hezbollah. They've got 12 seats. They had 8 before, so that's 4 extra, an extra 50% on top. And their main partner, Amal, the other Shiite party here, with 15. So the combination of the Hezbollah-Amal alliance, 27 seats. But of course, they then have their other alliances as well. And overall, looking like it will be this Hezbollah-Amal alliance with their extra allies that will come out on top and just have a slight parliamentary majority, just slightly over 64, which is half of the parliament. The other figure that we're getting, we had thought that President Michel Aoun's party was going to lose a few seats, but actually it's looking like they've only lost 1. And while that's not hugely important right now, it will be important in 4 years for the next presidential election, because the president has to be a Christian. And Michel Aoun's party, the Free Patriotic Movement, were worried that one of the other Christian parties would get more seats and be in line for the presidency. But it looks like they may hang on and also get the next president.
And Layla, we know that Lebanon has a very complex and very delicate balance of power. Is there a concern in Beirut tonight that these gains by Hezbollah and its allies might upset that equilibrium?
Great concern, both domestically and geopolitically. So domestically, the problem is we've waited so long here for these results. Yesterday, there was great happiness about finally having an election after 9 years, that this new voting system with the new procedures would make things fairer and faster. However, as they've waited longer and longer today, the Lebanese people getting more and more frustrated. And we've seen some violence around the country. We've also seen protests. There's a protest happening right now outside the Interior Ministry. It's been happening since mid-afternoon, and that's over an independent candidate in Beirut 1 who they said that she got a seat, and then they came back and said she didn't. And now the liberals here are accusing people of fraud. They're saying that they had their election observers sent out of the room, ballot boxes were open. We've had lots of reports, 7,000 violations across the country reported. And of course, because we've been waiting so long, people getting angrier and angrier. So a lot of anger around the country tonight. And then we've got geopolitically. Geopolitically, of course, we've got 2 main backers of the 2 main groups here. Prime Minister Saad Hariri's party, backed by Saudi Arabia, and then Hezbollah, of course, backed by Iran. Now, Western allies here of the country standing back and sort of waiting for the proper results. But throughout the day, we've had Iran coming forward and saying they respect the political process here and they will accept the government. But of course, Hezbollah winning, so that's in their favor. And Saudi Arabia now meeting, representatives right now meeting with Saad Hariri to congratulate him on his victory, because he will keep the prime minister position, because he's still the highest ranked Sunni in the government, and the prime minister must be Sunni. But of course, he has lost seats, so they're making a big statement that they still see it as a victory. He's still in power. So that's the geopolitical situation. And then, of course, we have Israel to the south as well. They're very concerned about these Hezbollah gains. A lot of tension down on the south near the border. And Israel today, one of the cabinet ministers came forward and said, if this is the case, as it now appears that Hezbollah will have this majority in parliament, they will consider that Lebanon is equivalent to Hezbollah, which is quite an amazing statement for Israel to make, really. They're essentially saying they'll treat any action that comes out of Hezbollah as, any action that comes from Hezbollah as the official action of the Lebanese government. So a lot of tensions within the country and on all the borders and the wider region as a result of these election results.
Layla, thank you very much indeed. Layla Molana-Allen there reporting from Beirut.